All right, everybody. Cinephile Mike here with day 42 of Award Season Review Season 2. And we are sticking with the rest of theme, but now we are looking at the rest of the Critics' Choice. Mostly we. There were a lot of films nominated for Critics' Choice Awards. In fact, of all the awards I've been tracking this season, if you include their documentary awards, the Critics' Choice have nominated 80 films that were released in 2023, which is the most films in contention out of all of the awards that I've been tracking. Now, with a great number like that, obviously many of these films were not awarded with documentary prizes earlier this year or were the feature films recognized this week, but they do belong on this list of the season. So here we go. We're going to jump right in. So all 7 films in this set were nominated for Critics' Choice Awards and possibly a few others. So first up, a film based on a beloved book from 50 years ago. Lionsgate's Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Written and directed by Kelly Freeman Craig, during its theatrical release, the film had a worldwide box office take of $21,464,063, with $20,372,406 coming from the domestic box office and $1,092,637 coming internationally. Now, the film received 2 Critics' Choice Award nominations. One for the young lead, Abby Ryder Fortson, who was nominated for Best Young Actor or Actress, and one for Craig for Best Adapted Screenplay. Additionally, the film has some other awards that have popped up this season. Rachel McAdams, who plays Margaret's mother, Barbara, tied for Best Supporting Actress with Divine Joy Randolph at the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Awards, and she was nominated in the same category at the Gotham Awards and by the National Society of Film Critics. Now, at this time, there is no more award season recognition, so this could be the end. However, given the recognition, could McAdams be a dark horse in this race? She has some Oscar history, so, well, we'll have to wait until next week when we get those nominations to see. So, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret is a classic coming of age tale of young Margaret. When Margaret's father gets a new job, she is lifted from the New York City life she knows and moved to the suburbs of New Jersey. On top of this, at the age of 11, 12 years old, there is a list of things that she is waiting for, and as she learns amongst her new friends, she is afraid of being the last and being the late bloomer. Now, the film will follow her through the course of 1 year at school as she deals with making friends, first crushes, learning about the changing bodies, and to say nothing of, a little religious existentialism. Existentialism. Now, the cause for this latter piece is that she is born of a Christian mother and a Jewish father, and a school project will require her to study different types of religion. As we learn, her parents didn't want her to be raised as one religion, but let her make the decision when the time came. Not much to put on the head of a 12-year-old, right? So, all of these things will play out as we follow Margaret through her school year. Now, I have to say, for those that are familiar with this book, you may have known that plot summary, but for me, I never read the book. I am not the intended audience, so I was able to appreciate this film for what it was as a, first time watcher. Now, I have to say, the film's writer, Craig, does a very good job in moving the plot forward at a very nice pace. At about 105 minutes, the film did not feel like it dipped, but really drove the story forward. Now, this has to come down also, you must say, to the talent of Ryder Fortson. She's a very engaging narrator and does very well when it comes to not just, carrying the story and having the great scenes with her friends, but sharing the screen with McAdams in some very tender moments, especially one with the discussion about her grandparents, as well as when she gets to be with Kathy Bates, who plays one of her grandmothers. Now, her innocence is clearly on display and she makes you feel every growing pain. And also, I would be remiss if I didn't reference, but McAdams is absolutely endearing in her role of Barbara. This is a role that, has moments that could have been, played over the top or some of those situations where we've seen those mother characters in films like this, but no, she's good. She grounds it in underplays and creates this very realistic 3D representation of a mother who's just trying to help her daughter as best as she can. From the first shot where we have her picking up Margaret from summer camp to the last moment of zinger that she gets, she hooks you. On a separate note, I appreciate that the film kept, the setting in the 1970s as the book, as opposed to modernizing it. The journey is, presented very cleanly in how some of those circumstances were handled at the time, which in today's day and age of internet and cell phones, if they had modernized it, I don't know if it would have had the same endearment or the story would have been told in quite the same way. So bravo for keeping it in the 70s. Now, while it may not reach Oscar nominations, that 70s look, I have to say, it's a testament to the production design of Steve Sackled and the costume design of Ann Raw. They captured that spirit very nicely. So, again, not the target audience, but I did enjoy this film. I also recommend mothers and daughters to watch this together. I give Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret 4 stars for its wonderful acting, its pacing, and design elements. This was a very pleasant way to spend an hour and 45 minutes. Now, if you haven't caught the film and would like to, it is streaming exclusively on Stars. So, there you have it. The first film in the rest of the Critics' Choice, mostly a week. Stay with me to see the other films that'll pop up in this subset. As always, if you like what you heard here, please click and subscribe to the channel and help spread the word. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and compare movie reviews with me on Letterboxd. See everyone tomorrow as we keep moving through season 2. And until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.